Every day, we see people's lives being positively impacted here, physically, emotionally, and financially, as a result of using our CBD products and capitalizing on our rich, once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. And I'm going to prove it to you now as I introduce our very special guest, Norma Johnson. This dynamic lady has been with us for just a few months and has already qualified as an executive manager on her way to becoming a vice president. She lives in Houston, Texas, and tonight this entrepreneur will be sharing with us what she saw in CTFO that compelled her to add this program to her already successful non-MLM CBD model. Also, we'll get a chance to hear why her confidence is high that this company will change the future outcome for her, along with many others on her fast-growing team. Norma, I want to take this opportunity to welcome you to this webinar.
Thank you, Ms. Janet. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for the great welcome. I'm so honored to be here. I feel special, so thank you.
You are special. You are special and you are beautiful. We're grateful that you're with us tonight. I want to start out our interview, if we could, about having you share with all of us how you found CTFO and what was it about a network marketing business model that was attractive to you, Norma?
Okay, so we're going to be honest, and I'm going to say CTFO found me. I didn't find them, they found me. And as I've shared with many people before, I actually had walked away from MLM. I wasn't a fan anymore. And so my business partner and I were out in Vegas doing other business opportunities related to cannabis. And she asked me to please just come and listen to the presentation. She was already a believer. She was already involved in the company. She just wanted my input, and she really wanted me to hear the presentation. So I went to the presentation in Vegas already having my mind actually closed. And so as I sat there and I listened to the testimonials, as I saw the great things that the company did for the partners, I became more and more excited. But I would say, if I'm being honest, that I was more moved by what the product was actually doing in people's lives. When I saw that, I was just blown away. I'm a registered nurse. I've been a nurse almost 30 years. So for me, that was eye-opening to see what CBD oil was doing actually for patient care or for just everyday, just treating everyday illnesses. I was moved. And I told her at the convention, I was like, okay, I'm in, let's go, I'm ready. So that was my invitation into CTFO.
What a great baptism into this business, and what a great a way for you to segue into how you got here. So that's great. You let's let our audience know, Norma, that you have a very dynamic business partner as well, and her name is Casey Gavins, right?
Yes.
You do everything together. You guys work this business. Husband and wives tend to be one of the greatest earners in this industry because they have different contributions to make to the completeness of the model. So I would imagine, after you and I have had a chance to talk, that it's much the same with you and Casey. Very different, and you bring different talents, skill sets to your business. What roles do each one of you play to make the complete win?
I am the talker. I am the one that's going to get out front. I'm going to present the information. I love to close the deal. That's me. Casey is behind the scenes. She's going to make sure she gets the paperwork done correctly. She's a bookkeeper. She makes sure that all of our T's are crossed and our I's are dotted. She's very detailed oriented, so she keeps us, we're a well-balanced team. She's been my friend a long time. We don't always see eye to eye on everything, but we know how to talk through everything. And so I find that she's the best business partner. She always makes sure that I stay grounded and real in what we're doing and, why we're doing what we're doing. And so I couldn't ask God for anything more.
Oh, that's wonderful. So you're kind of the dreamer and the doer, and she's the one that ties you back down to reality, right? You guys have a balance. It sounds like you struck a great balance. Well, that's very respectable. I like to hear that. After you and I had a chance to speak for a bit, you shared with me that you don't have one single marketing strategy that you and Casey implement. You kind of have several that you've figured out what works for you guys. Can you share with our listeners? Associates want to know what's causing you to pull away from the pack and hedge towards vice president so quickly. What have you and Casey done in your marketing efforts that have been successful? And share with us what those measured results look like, if you would, please.
Well, we have an approach that incorporates everything. Nothing is off limits. Everything is open. CBD is that one product that people have heard about and they're actually hungry for. I tell my team all the time, like, you have something everybody wants. Like, this is the product that everybody wants. And as long as you know how to talk to them and meet them where they are, they'll listen to you. So with Casey and I, nothing is off the table. I go to meetings where there's cancer patients. I go to the football field where guys they're practicing football field. I make sure I give them my card, let them know I have a great roll-on product for soreness or muscle aches. I go out to the Little League field and let the moms know that anything you need, we have a great rub that would be great for the children after a nice hot bath. I go to the nursing homes and I sit there, I listen to what their needs are, their aches and pains. I'm going to talk to them as well. I go to PetSmart, give them a little bowl of dog treats with our card stapled to them, and we talk to the manager and say, listen, if you ever have an event, we would like to post up a tent. Can we come and just make sure the people know that we have a great product for their pets? Casey really specializes on the animal side. She has her own Rover company where she dog sits, so she's really good with making sure that the pets are taken care of as well. There is just nothing. There's no one that's off limits for us. Everybody's on the table. That's how we approach the business.
I just love it. I love it, Norma. For people who aren't as good at approaching people, you also leave cards behind for people, right? You're not going to let anyone in your community not know who you are. So there's some people that aren't quite as blessed with the gift of gab. Tell us about how you leave those cards around, and do people really call you and ask about your product?
They do. And just for example, if you're not a talker, what I've taught Casey to do, because she's shy, I'm not. So if we're going to go out and we're going to hit the physician offices, we go and we actually go with the gift. Not always do you need to give a presentation or do you need to speak, but go with something in your hands. Make sure that your information and your contact information is stapled to or attached to something that you're going to offer as a gift. So for Halloween, we took little bowls. We went to the dollar store, bought lots of candy, put them in bowls, and we actually went around to different physician offices and gave them a brochure of CTFO, make sure that they knew that we were, in the area, and we stapled our cards to them. I got several calls back, not necessarily from the physician, but the office manager asking me about the product and when they could come and speak to me, or I could come and speak to the office about the product. And that's just a different way to approach. That's the same thing we did for PetSmart. That's the same thing we do when we go to beauty salons or wherever it is that we want to approach the owner or talk about the product. Sometimes people see you coming. So a lot of times we come with a gift and just leave the gift. This is who we are. Let us know if you need us.
So, and even sometimes you told me you put those cards on cars.
Yes.
Right?
Yes, Casey and I, we do that. We always have our little postcards that we've had made up in our cars. So when we're in parking lots, we stick them under windshields. Just some information about the product. We'll put something on people's doors. If I'm at the mall, I'm always going to drop 10, 20 cards off at the mall. I'm always going to make sure wherever I am, they're going to know that I'm here. So that's a lot of times people will reach out to me or say that they met me at the hospital or I left the car. They saw my card somewhere. So I'm everywhere. They just need to know you're here.
So you're not even just everywhere physically, you're even everywhere on the internet. So can you share with our viewers, Norma, how you do Facebook Live broadcasts? How do you do that? And does that yield results for you also?
Absolutely. One thing that you will know is that YouTube has grown immensely. I mean, they are almost as famous as your regular TV stars. And so what I find myself doing is reviewing products before I go out and buy them. You read a review on if you want to try something. You read a review on a movie. in case you want to see what the vibe is before you go out and buy the product. And so what I do is I host my own live reviews. I put my CTFO product feature out for the week. I tell people what I'm going to be featuring that week, and I tell them when. Every day I might say I'm going to feature this product on Friday. Make sure you tune in. I'm going to tell you about this product. And then all week I'm kind of just dropping little hints that I'm going to feature this product. And then on my Facebook Live, I actually feature that product. I talk about it. I talk about the company. And how, all the credentials and the information that we have listed on the product. And then I actually do a review, how long I've been using the product, how I feel about the product, and my honest assessment of how that product is working for me. And I tell the people how they can get the product. It's just a review. It works every time.
Wow, that's remarkable. Do you take the product or apply the product you're reviewing? And then how long do these broadcasts last?
I try to make sure that I keep the Facebook Live 10 minutes or less. If it's over 10 minutes, it's only because they're asking me questions or I'm trying to respond to questions. But I try to keep the information short and sweet. I don't want to lose the attention of the people that are watching. And so I really just try to hit the important parts, offer my contact information if they want more information after I've completed the Facebook Live. But more so, yes, I use the product on air. I rub the product on air, and I tell the people how long I've actually had to use the product. Sometimes it's not the very first time, but sometimes I have to say, this is the first time I've received this product. I just got it in the mail. I open the package in front of them so they'll see me open it. I'm just beginning to use the product, but this is what you should know about it. And then I provide the information and let them see me using the product. We have to be a product of the product. I can't sell something I'm not going to use.
And you told me you do this about once every 2 weeks, right?
Correct. Right. I don't want to overexpose myself. I want to make sure that they're looking forward to seeing me. So yes.
So you're pretty habitual about the way you do business. Actually, you kind of make the point that networking isn't what you do, it's who you are. You're always on.
Exactly. I'm the product. I'm the brand. So I want to make sure that when people see me, first of all, they know that I believe in CBD. I make sure that every day I'm dropping tidbits of information and education. I'm not always pushing CTFO bottles in their face because I don't want them to think that I'm just pushing a product that, I'm trying to sell them something. I'm educating. I'm using my platform mostly to educate. And in the education, the people always want to know more about, something that can help me ward off arthritis or help me with my anxiety or help me with PTSD or help me in my back pain. So if I use those opportunities to talk about how CBD helps those things, then they'll come to me and ask me, do you have any type of products that do that? And that's my introduction into CTFO.
Yeah, that's great. That's really smart how you're not shoving your brand down their throat. You're just giving them the relief or the answer they're looking for. Generally speaking, right. Then you provide them with the purest and the lowest priced. That's great. I want to remind everyone, Norma, that you and Casey are doing all of this while you both are working full-time jobs. Is that right?
Yes. I'm a nurse. I work 12-hour shifts, and Casey's an engineer.
Wow. So what do you think about, one of your New Year's resolutions in 2019, would it be nice that CTFO could retire you? And this is your gig all day long and you're not dressing up and going to work and doing those 12-hour shifts?
That would be awesome. One of the things one of our goals for our group is actually to see someone in our group fulfill that commitment. We've been a part of so many network marketing opportunities. I would like to see the regular person actually achieve that level. And so we're going to work hard to see if that's possible because, I was a naysayer before. So I want to know that if you work hard and you actually do what the company model has set up for you to do, that you can achieve that. Well, I'm going to work hard to see that.
Not only is it possible here, Norma, it's almost inevitable. So we're excited to have you here. And I want to kind of take you back to the products. You've got experience with many now. It's part of your way of connecting with people with your product review. Certainly by this time, you've figured out some of your favorites. So can you share with us without making medical claims, of course, what are a few of your favorite products and why do you love them?
Well, I really love the roll-on because I feel like it's one of those products that I can use anytime, anywhere. If if I'm feeling a little soreness at work, it's portable. I can travel with it. I can take it anywhere. And so I love the fact of the convenience of the roll-on, just, popping it out and rubbing it on my knees or my wrist. Sometimes I get restless for carpal tunnel, just those type of things where I could take it out and get a little bit of short, or I feel like I'm getting so much relief from it, just, using it on hand. So I love my roll-on. I keep that on hand. I really like that massaging oil. I feel like, that's something you can diversify in many different ways. I told you I heat that up. I heat up my regular little bottles of oil as well. I'm a nurse. I'm going to try everything. I'm going to do all kinds of things to that oil. I make balsamic vinaigrette with them, everything. I'm just one of those people who I'm going to do everything to that oil that I can do to see how it works.
Yeah, I love that massage oil too. And the way it smells is remarkable.
Yes.
The way it drags on your skin with one slip. It's
Yes.
not slippery or wet. Just yummy. It is just
I
yummy.
love it.
I had no idea I could love and appreciate that product as much as I do, but it is one of my favorites. What do you like most about CTFO now that you're here? Just, what are you, 3 months in now? Not even. That's incredible. You were such a resistor. You were a resistor. Now that you're here, you're a sister. What's so great about being here, sister?
Well, I love the company. Like, I love the fact that they believe and they know that their product is so wonderful that they're offering you a free opportunity to join them and to partner with them. I love that they're not trying to, that it's not about the money, that it's more so about us being healthier. The wealth is just the added benefit of it. But I love the fact that they want us to be healthier. And as a nurse, that's always going to be the first thing that I think about as a clinician. I want my patients to be healthy. And so I think that it's a wonderful thing that CTFO is using their platform to make sure that we know that there's other things and other ways that we can be healthy besides medications and pills and pharmaceuticals. So I think that's the most wonderful thing that this company can do for us, is make us healthier from the inside. So that's I love that. I love that.
Well, Norma, you have been a wonderful guest today, and you'll have to tell Casey we're sorry that we missed her, but you're beautiful. You're a quality woman, a quality businesswoman, and I'm so honored to have you on Team Genesis, and I'm betting on you. We're going to see great things from you and Casey in the days to come, and you gave us some great insights today and opened yourself up and shared with us what's working, and we're sure that you're going to be doing more of the same in 2019, and you'll be chilling at home with me next year. So thank you so much for creating space.
Thank you.
Yep, thank you for creating space in your crazy busy schedule for us tonight, Norma Johnson out of Houston, Texas.
Thank you.